fish day or something. Check it out. Holy oh yes. There's certainly no bloody freebies today. Good morning YouTube. Welcome back to another edition of Black Creek NZ. Today we are ninjaing along the side of a very small backcountry stream in search of some brown trout. And I think I've just spotted our first one rising. Just out here. So this will be a relatively short intro because I actually need to get my A into G and set up some fishing gear so you guys have a fish to look at. Yeah, that's the plan. Right, I'll roll everything soon once we scare this big trout off that's just fed twice now. Let's get the big camera going. I'll see you fellas in a minute. Bit of excitement at the first pull. Turned up, there was a fish taking mayflies, I think, or caddisflies off the surface, and a swallow came in and took the same mayfly that the trout was going for at the same time the trout was rising. The fish has packed a sad and has gone downstream. If it's not us scaring the fish, it's the bloody it's the birds. Yeah, rightio. We're rigged up. We're going to push on upstream now and see if we can't find another trout that's not getting pestered by birds or anglers. Alright, sitting about there somewhere is the trout that I've just seen go downstream. He has slunk his way back up. I'm not sure if he's feeding, but I'm just going to give him a couple of minutes and see what he does. Well, I suppose at least it's not through a gorse bush. Momentary lapse of concentration. Let's try it a little bit of offhand just to get an angle into this pool with a tree behind me. Not too bad, not too bad. We've had worse. Alright, let's see if we can find this bloody fish. Yeah, the old birds definitely spooked the bloody bejeebus out of that trout back there. He has shot up underneath the bank and I don't think he'll be coming out for the next wee bit. Swallows. Now it's good to see the swallows working the surface, and then you saw the old trout rise. Didn't get any of it on camera, so you just have to take my word for it that I'm not making all this waffle up. I think I've just spotted another one though over the far side, and we will set up and yeah. Oh, is it an eel? Might be an eel. If it's not an eel, it's a very long skinny trout. Okay, hang on. I think it's an eel. Now, we're not after eels, we're after trout. That is a fish. And that fish is feeding on the surface. I may take the nymphs off and just try the dry by itself. Oh, there's another big trout swimming straight down past me now. Two fish. He's super close. I don't know where he came from. It's lucky that branch seems to have saved me from falling by catching my scrotum. Oh. Oh, that bank's only about 6 foot high. Yeah, the camera appears to be in the correct amount of pieces. Oh. Holy. We had a wee bit of a whoopsie back there. I fell down about a 6 foot bank down through the ferns. Luckily I managed to use my junk much like the arrestor hook on a jet as it lands on an aircraft carrier, which prevented me from doing a 3/4 somersault half pike with a twist down the bank and blowing the fishing rod to pieces, because we've already done that recently and we really cannot afford to be blowing fishing rods to bits. So we are currently proceeding rather gingerly upstream, and hopefully we can get onto a trout to make that amazing performance worth the current pain factor. There's a trout just there. I'm hoping that I didn't get so close that I've spooked them. Okay, we're in behind a fish. The big camera is rolling. Let's strip some line out and we'll pop up a cast and we'll see what happens. It's in a funny old spot, but we'll give them a go. That's a bugger. I hope you don't say that too much this trip, but that was a bugger. Butte trout sitting in some very, very, very shallow water. I think because the water was going so slow, I may have been a little bit eager, a little bit trigger happy. We'll slow it down. We'll slow it down. We've got a little bit of a run up behind us. We'll poke up through here. Maybe a couple of blind casts with the hunters, just run it down across the foam line and see if there's any big lurkers down there. Yeah, good plan, good plan. Another eel. I'm going to say hello, eh? Rightio. This guy's sitting relatively shallow as well. We may just move in behind him a little bit, set the camera up, and then we'll roll the dice and see what happens. Come across, come across. Oh, that pulled. Let's push through there, underneath those big trees. That's a good looking fish. Yeah, he's gonna eat. Yeah, so he's, yeah, metre forward of that boulder, sitting straight between the two. Yep, there you go, he just took straight off the surface. Nice. Yeah, you got him, you're in. Jeez, he's a good fish. No, all good, man. Bro.
Yeah, she's a ripper.
All yours, man.
Thank you.
Well, that's something that doesn't happen every day on Black Creek. We were up the back there and bumped into another angler. He was fishing up behind us, so rather than him miss out on a day's fishing, we paired up, and within 5 minutes got him onto a butte trout, and yeah, absolutely nailed it. Nice work, Tim. That was a cracker. Saw one more upstream, couldn't get a take, well, probably actually missed a take on it, so we've missed 2 dry fly takes, 1 nymph take, and Tim landed that bloody beauty. But hasn't been a bad day. Nah, it's been pretty bloody good actually. Just good to get out and stretch your legs. It's been that bloody long since I've been fishing. Rightio. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's raining. Not heavy, but heavy, well, too heavy for the big camera. So the big camera is packed up and we will roll with the GoPro. I'm actually quite impressed with it. GoPro's been performing quite bloody well. Alright, a couple hundred metres downstream, we'll set back up and then we'll unleash all hell and see what happens. We'll keep you in the loop. Oh, the old boots are starting to get a bit knackered. Blowing that seam out, blowing the cap. I wonder how many Ks you can get out of a pair of knackered Riverworks Rise boots. We will ride these puppies to complete destruction. Yeah, I've got a roll of tape in the bag. A roll of strapping tape for when they do blow to bits, and I'll patch them up to get home. Jingos, I did it again. Nice fish just sitting down there, and I threw a stimulator at him and he came up and hit it, and it didn't stick. He was not stimulated. A couple of fly changes. He had a look at a royal wolf with a dropper, and now he's gone a bit funny, so we may have to head upstream in search of something else. It's a bit of a bugger. It was a bloody good fish too. Well, it's been a bloody hard grind today, but it's been good fun. In the rain all day, clocked up a few Ks, had let's call it about 4 dry fly takes, which doesn't happen that often to me, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Unfortunately, I duffed them all and caught no fish. I guess if we can take anything away from today, we've saved a lot of wear and tear on our net by only having 1 fish go on it, and that was old Tim. Well, compadres, that is us. We are done. It is time to ditty mow home and get a feed and a beer. It's been awesome down the river. Absolutely had a blast. It's drizzled the whole day, but there are enough fish to keep the interest levels up. 4 takes on the dry fly. Unfortunately, I think we only had about 1 hook up out of the 4. Bumped into Tim, another fisherman on the river. That doesn't happen very often, so that was pretty cool. Good on you, Tim. Bloody good bugger. Yeah, had a good morning of Tim. We spotted a couple of good fish, and Tim managed to nail one on a dead cert from Cat 3. Apparently that's Tim's go-to fly. We'll have to have a look at them. Anywho, I've got a couple of Ks to knock out before I can get back to the wagon. So I will see you fellas on the next one.